What's up, guys? It is Tuesday, September 3rd. It's a little late that I am posting this, but here is the trade that I wanted to take today, but I unfortunately did not. But let's start off with what I came in this morning. I came in with a bullish bias overall because, we were creating higher lows here, and we were just, consistently making these relative equal highs. So I figured today was the day that we were going to drop down, take out this low, and then push on up. So that was overall my bias. The only thing that kind of had me a little bit, thinking that might not work out was because, overnight, we came here, and then on the 1 hour chart, you could see here that price actually took out the liquidity of this swing high here and then displaced below this low, leaving behind a fair value gap, which in the AM session, we between 8 to 9 a.m., we tapped into it and started to reject off of it. So I was looking to see, okay, what is my invalidation point to say maybe it's not meant to be long, but instead we're supposed to take shorts. So I dropped down to the 15-minute time frame because that's usually where you'll find a fair value gap that if it does not hold, you can technically switch your bias. So like I said, right, in the morning I wanted to see us come down, take out this low, and then move on up. Now the problem was, for the AM session, we had accumulation here, and we manipulated above this high right there and started to come down. All right, so then I started to think, okay, we might be potentially looking for shorts here. So I wanted to see a 15-minute candle close below this fair value gap that I have marked out there. There was my invalidation point. So as you can see, we have that fair value gap right there. Stretch it out. When we get that 15-minute candle close below that happened at 9:30, at 9:45, right? Because this candle is from 9:30 to 9:45. At the start of this candle was when I started to look for shorts, because I was like, no way this is gonna be held up anymore. Price has just been coming too aggressively down. It held this 1 hour fair value gap, so I wanted to see, that 9:45 close below, and ideally at 10 o'clock I wanted to see what else it was going to do if I didn't find any kind of entry. So going into the 1 minute time frame, I waited patiently to see what price was going to do here, right? We got accumulation here, we dropped down, and at that 9:45 mark, which is the beginning of Q3, I figured, it's kind of going against this little quarterly theory cycle, but we had manipulated above these highs for the AM session. So I was going to give it a stab short, but I ideally wanted to see a bullish fair value gap get created and then have that get disrespected. And I believe, where did I enter? I entered right there. I entered where this bearish fair value gap got created. Price disrespected it and started to move on up, took out that high, and then we displaced very aggressively below it. And as soon as that got invalidated, that's when I entered in, and I put my stop above this high right here, and I targeted this swing low, which was the swing low from under that 15-minute fair value, or no, it wasn't that one. It was this swing low here from Thursday, sorry. So I took some of the position off right there, and I put my stop to break even, which, as you can see, my entry was down here, and I got stopped out on that. And then when I saw that we had created this this bullish inversion fair value gap, and again displaced through it, and I was just watching what price was going to do here, if it was going to move back on up, but we didn't get that movement. So that's when I decided to take another 2 and put my stop above that high. So price action was a little weird to me. It wasn't moving as nice and swift as it usually does. So this action here was getting me kind of nervous, and I was feeling a little bit emotional about the trade, and I actually closed it out at the top of this candle because I saw price moving back on up. And that was such a mistake, clearly, because then we just completely wrecked on the way down, almost hitting that bearish draw on liquidity that I had. And then overall we did tap it, and then price continued to move on down for the rest of the day and tapped it there. So You know, there were a lot of entries too that you could have taken. You could have taken this bullish fair value gap getting invalidated, stop above this high, targeting this bearish draw on liquidity, target hit. Same thing here. Another bullish fair value gap gets created, disrespected. Less risk to reward on this one, obviously. But, you know, you market order in, stop above this high, and then TP down there. You could have held a runner for the secondary draw on liquidity that we had, which was this low from, gosh, I don't even remember when. This is definitely from a while back. I have to look at the 15-minute chart. Yeah, this is from Wednesday, August 14th. So it was a crazy Tuesday. That's for sure. But the shorts were so obvious at this point when we saw that we got that close below here. There was no point in price coming back on up. This was the last line of defense for bulls to hold on to be able to move on up to hit this bullish draw on liquidity up here. But it looks like NASDAQ had other plans when it closed below that, and so you could have just switched your bias immediately at that point. I know a lot of people were nervous about these relative equal highs, but I've noticed, like, I mean, this doesn't really happen often. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relative equal highs, it seems. But I noticed that price will still just respect order flow. So just trade what the charts show you. Forget if there's equal highs, equal lows. Trade what the chart shows you, how price is moving, what is it respecting, and then just align accordingly there. So that was the day today. If you caught those shorts and all of those re-entries, you would have been up very nice today. So hopefully you guys ended green, guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace.